Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Kennedy. I'm a current nursing student and this is officially my first video. I'm honestly kind of nervous, so first off, thank you so much for even clicking this far and rocking with me from day one. I somehow mustered up 500 subs before I ever posted my first long form video, so I really appreciate each and every single one of you sincerely. So if you're even thinking about nursing school, or you just want to see what this whole crazy process looks like from the inside, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Trust me, you're gonna need the content that's coming next. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into today's topic. How do you actually apply and get into nursing school? And I'm not talking about the cute, polished Instagram version. I'm talking about the real deal process. We're covering everything: picking the right school, the different degree paths, entrance exams, what happens when you fail, because it does happen, and what to do if you get waitlisted. All the gems I wish someone dropped for me when I started out. Okay, so number one, choosing the right school. Not all nursing schools are created equal. You've got private schools, community colleges, universities, and they all come with a very different price tag and timeline. So let's start with private schools. I go to a private school. They have you in the door fast, like you could apply this week and literally be sitting in class next month. The wait lists are shorter, the process is smooth, and when you're desperate to start, that sounds kind of perfect, right? But then you see the tuition bill and it's like $50,000. You're looking at it like, did I just sign up for nursing school or a freaking house mortgage? The upside though is that you finish quicker. The downside is you'll be paying off loans for literally years. Now, community college is the complete opposite. It's super affordable. We're talking a few $1,000s versus tens of thousands. But here's the gag. The wait lists are literally no joke. You might be waiting a whole year, sometimes two, just to start. And the requirements are often stricter. They're really trying to weed people out and make sure you're ready. But if you're like me and you absolutely do not want to drown in debt, community college is worth the patience. Okay, then you have the universities. This is where you usually find your BSN programs. It's 4 years, it's competitive, but you walk out with a bachelor's degree. And that sounds amazing because in the long run, it opens up so many doors, management, certain specialties, and graduate programs. But the cost and the time, listen, if your goal is to get to work quicker, 4 years might not be the move. Here's my biggest tip for this part. When you're picking a school, don't just say, I'll take whatever accepts me, like for real. Ask the real questions. What's the tuition? How long is the program? And the one everyone forgets, what's the NCLEX pass rate? Because I don't care how nice the building looks, if a school can't prepare its students to pass the national licensing exam, you don't want to be their next statistic. Number two, LPN versus ADN versus BSN. Okay, so this is the part that confuses everybody because nursing has more acronyms than a military base. So let's break it down simply. First, LPN. This is the fastest route. You can be finished in about a year. You're hands-on, you gain experience, and you start earning quick. But the catch, you're limited. Some states won't let LPNs push certain medications, and some hospitals don't even hire LPNs to begin with anymore, I'm going to be honest. So while it's a quick start, you might hit a career ceiling depending on where you live. Next, ADN, associate degree in nursing. This is my path. It usually takes about 2 years. Once you finish, you're able to take the NCLEX and you become a registered nurse. And the beauty of this, you can always go back later for your BSN through a bridge program. So if you want to get to work quickly but still leave the door open for growth later, ADN is the solid choice. Okay, so finally your BSN, your Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That's your full 4-year program. It's longer, it's more expensive, but you walk away with the most opportunities, honestly. Travel nursing, leadership, and certain specialized fields, they strongly prefer or require BSNs. If you can afford the time and the money, it's definitely the strongest long-term path. Do not let anybody shame you for whichever route you choose. We all take the NCLEX. We all become nurses. Do not let anybody shame you for whichever route you choose. We all take the NCLEX. We all become nurses. It's just about what works for your life right now, period. Number 3, entrance exams. Now the part that makes everybody sweat, basically, the entrance exams. You're going to hear about TEAS and HESI the most. My school didn't require me to take the TEAS or HESI, but I still have to take a major entrance exam, so it might be called something different. And if you're not a strong test taker, this part can really shake your confidence. You start thinking, maybe nursing school isn't for me. That is not true. Failing the first time doesn't mean you won't be a nurse. It just means you need to adjust your strategy. So here's my advice. Do not cram the night before. That is the fastest way to walk in and stare at the questions like they're written in a whole different language. Instead, study a little bit every day. Focus on your weak areas and most importantly, take practice exams. I use ChatGPT. Nursing exams are worded differently than anything else, and you do not want exam days to be the first time you see that style. Alright, so number 4. Let's talk about something that hits hard. Waitlists. Listen, I remember when I got waitlisted, I was devastated. I was ready to give up and thought, clearly God is telling me that this is not for me, right? But guess what? A few weeks later, I got the call and I'm now here. I'm in the program, making my content and laughing at it now because I was dramatic. I thought my life was over. So listen to me when I say this. Do not let a waitlist discourage you. People drop out, they decline their spot, or they can't afford to go. And guess who moves right up? You. But here's the key. Don't just sit there waiting. While you're on the list, keep your grades up, keep knocking out prereqs, and make sure all your paperwork is in on time. Nursing schools are super freaking picky, and something as small as a missed deadline can take you out of the running completely. So I guess I can drop a few more gems that I wish somebody had told me earlier. First, visit the school before you say yes. Look at the labs. Are they up to date, or do they look like they're from Grey's Anatomy season 1? Talk to the current students, meet the staff, ask about their NCLEX pass rate. Again, that number is literally everything. Second, check the schedule. Some programs have day classes, some have night classes. If you're a parent or you work full-time, this matters a lot. Do not wait until you're drowning in clinicals to realize that the schedule doesn't work for your life. Third, those accelerated program flyers. They look so tempting. Graduate in 12 months, it sounds great until you realize you won't sleep, you won't eat, and your family might forget what you look like. Accelerated programs are intense, and unless you can give 110% every single day, it might not be the move for you. And finally, do not sleep on financial aid and scholarships. A lot of hospitals actually partner with schools and will pay for your tuition if you agree to work for them afterwards. So don't just assume student loans are your only option. Dig around and ask questions. So that's my full breakdown on how to apply and actually get into nursing school. It's not always a straight path. You might fail an exam, you might get waitlisted, it might take longer than you planned, but that doesn't mean that it's not for you. If nursing is what you want, there's always a way to make it happen, period. If this video helped you, please go ahead and give it a like, hit subscribe, and comment down below the part of the application process that stressed you out the most, because trust me, I've probably been there as well, and I might make my next video answering some of your questions. Thank you for watching my very first video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.